Welcome to Fabulously Flawed, where the perfectly imperfect come to shine. Marni, along with her sensational sidekick Taylor, are the mother-daughter duo that puts the fun in dysfunction. Every episode, we unpack the chaos of mental health while sprinkling in the sass of pop culture. We're here to share stories, laughs, and lessons that remind you to embrace your quirks and to never, ever let anyone dull your sparkle. So join us as we celebrate the beauty of being fabulously flawed. Let's get real, let's get raw, and let's get ready to add a little extra shimmer to your day.
Hey, fabulous friends, fabulous listeners, fabulous everybody. Welcome to Fabulously Flawed. I am your host, Marni, and joining me is my sensational, spectacular, sparkling daughter, Taylor.
I love this new intro we've got going.
Obsessed.
I think my first, I loved the dainty. Now I love the sparkling.
Oh no,
it's like
because
50-50,
that's us, right?
I
Because
know.
our intro says sensational side.
I know, and I love how we're just saying it twice because it's that important. So guys,
we're manifesting everything. So this episode is really cool. It's
let's talk pop culture. My favorite thing to talk about ever.
Because the entire world, I always say we have to integrate mental health because I love doing that. But anything we talk about pop culture affects our mental health, good and bad.
Oh, for sure. And what's going on in the world of pop culture, often relates to that of mental health.
You know what, Tay? I'm going to let you lead this one off.
Oh.
I am gonna give you the baton right now.
Okay.
Let you, lead this off because pop culture is. I love pop culture, but you really, I
engross myself.
Well, here's this weird
into it.
I have this weird trait that you could tell me any celebrity, and I will tell you 6 degrees of how they're connected to anyone you know. Like every time we put on a show, you'll say, like we're watching something, go, you know who that is? His daughter's nephew was the star of Zach and Cody.
That is that to a T. Literally, guys, it's crazy. I'll say the most random celebrity, like, I don't know, who's not relevant at all. Like Leah Remini. I don't know, just random. I mean, she's relevant to me because we talk about her, but in the scope of things, she's not. And I'd be like, do you know who Leah Remini is or Kevin James? And you'll be like, yes. And his brother directed this. And yes. And it's like, oh my God, I love it so much. I learned so much about Hollywood because
we were talking about, was it Animal House?
Encyclopedia.
Yes. And I said, oh, that's
because of Reitzman.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then I said, so I know who produced things and directed and who's connected to who. It's really this weird, remarkable, I guess, talent, weird trait.
It is. No, it literally is like a talent.
When people say, do you have any weird talents? I guess that's one of them.
No, for sure. Like it actually is. Who would know that Jim Belushi's cousin's son was a star in this movie directed by this producer?
Yeah, and then won the Academy Award. And it's very crazy. That's why sometimes when you watch Modern Family, they'll give like little comments that if you don't watch it on the captions.
Yeah,
like
subtitles.
The subtitles. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They say things that are so relevant like that you have to catch them. Like, oh, that was so Gladys Kravitz or something.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Of course.
And then I will proceed to tell you everyone Gladys Kravitz has known what she has worked on and with who. So it's like the craziest.
Speaking of this Gladys Kravitz, I don't think I've ever told the story on the podcast before, but it's stuck with me because it is so weird because who is Gladys Kravitz?
But you know what's the funniest thing about this though? There have been so many other witchier random things I've done.
To me, this is one of them because let me explain.
Okay, wait, before you go on, Bewitched, our font for Fabulously Flawed looks like Bewitched, the TV show from the 60s, early 70s, that same font.
I'm looking at it right now. I know what you mean. I can see the similarities.
Right.
So let me just explain. It's a 30-second story. I'm watching The Nanny, a show that came out in the 90s. I'm watching it in 2022, okay? And it's resurfaced a little bit because of TikTok, but The Nanny I would not say is a popular, very known show at all. No, it's not though. In terms of today's
Got you. Okay.
talk and everything, it's not a
Fran
sitcom.
Drescher's just in my blood.
I know, but it's not a sitcom that's often talked about. That's the thing. So we're watching, it's random. We're sitting at the table talking about Gladys Kravitz.
Who on the show Bewitched was the Yenta of the neighborhood, would watch everything, know everything. She was nosy. Like that was her character, Gladys Kravitz.
Okay, and I had no idea who this woman was until you brought her up to me one day. Because
we were comparing her to somebody.
Okay, yeah. My generation just doesn't know who Gladys Kravitz is.
That would be very weird.
Very weird. Exactly. So we're sitting at the table one day. I think it was like lunchtime. Mm-hmm. We're talking about Gladys Kravitz. I'm in my deep binge of the summer of The Nanny. The next episode, it was like, I don't, just random. They fucking bring up Gladys Kravitz. And Mom, I'm sorry, but that is weird. Because they are so not connected at all. And it's just the show. I'm watching a show from almost 30 years ago.
That's true. That's true.
And we're talking about this random actor. And then just character, thank you. And then it's mentioned. And it was just weird.
I know.
And that's the kind of first, like, wow, we're really in sync with the universe. This was over 2 years ago now. And it stuck with me.
And it happens daily in our life now.
Yeah.
But we don't even get excited anymore because I'm so used to, if I talk about rocket ships, all of a sudden somebody will hand deliver like a rocket ship cake or something. Like
weird,
random things.
yeah, like weird coincidence. And we're not just like saying this, but like I'm being serious.
No,
and
I'm a witch. No, I truly am a psychic witch.
And I am not. I do believe in paranormal stuff like that. I do believe, but I'm not one to like my mom is obsessed with like numbers connected. I'm not huge on that, but I will say that we really have been in sync with the universe. Like I have seen it with my own eyes, that you especially.
Yes.
That's why everything you say, I'm like,
it happens.
You're so powerful. I'm so scared. You're literally like a witch. So I just want you to like.
It has creeped out Brianna.
Weird.
It has creeped out you.
Yes.
Like the synchronicities of life. But I have come to learn, you know what that means? The universe telling us we're supposed to be where we are.
I truly believe that that's a message that the universe is sending you when something like a weird coincidence happens. Because there's no such thing as coincidences.
Okay.
Coincidences that are too good.
I have a question for you, XOXO. Why is Blake Lively all of a sudden such a bitch?
All right, let's get into this pop culture talk.
Thank you.
Okay, so we all know the movie It Ends With Us. It was a huge book.
Now, she's promoting it, going around in her flowery dress, giving out her Blake Lively stuff.
Yes,
or whatever.
Her hair care.
Her hair care.
And it is a movie about domestic violence.
Now, if I watched it, would I like think, oh my God, that's like when that asshole Mark, when I was 19, used to beat the shit out of me when I lived with him?
You know what? I would say yes. Anyone who's experienced domestic abuse could relate to the movie in some way.
Wow. So it was dark.
It was dark.
Okay, so it was a topic that should be spoken about more.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Yes.
I have not seen it, so I'm just looking at her going, you're a fucking bitch.
No, listen. So this is what it is. So it was a huge novel that came out in 2016, fairly recently. And it was in 2019, Justin Baldoni, who directed the movie. He was in Jane the Virgin as Raphael, that hot guy.
Oh, that's where I know him.
He was
my
Raphael
God.
and Jane the Virgin. So he's been in that for years. Right. Okay. So he's, kind of a name. And so I think I heard that he bought the rights to the movie and wanted to direct it and really wanted to bring this story to life. Mm-hmm. Something about Justin is he is one of those actors. First of all, I've seen him interact with strangers. He is so nice and down to earth. Listen, we don't know what goes on set, but to the public eye, he's awesome. People have come out and said he's awesome. And you can tell his intentions are always just so good.
And nobody's complained about ever working with him.
Never.
You never hear a bad thing.
But you hear bad things about Blake.
Exactly.
So gets you thinking. All right. So this movie comes out. And press tours have become like a big thing in pop culture.
Well, press tours are part of your movie and studio agreement.
It's always been a thing. But just within like the past 3 years, I would say press tours have taken on a whole new level with social media.
I got you. So we're able to see more what normally would not go on. Okay.
Exactly, because of TikTok. Gotcha. TikTok has shown us so much. Okay, so all right. This movie is coming out. They're doing this press tour, and Blake Lively is making it seem like it is the most girly rom-com, go with your girls. She said, dress in your flowers.
No, she did not.
Oh, yeah. She said, wear your florals and go to the movies. And
So you think It Ends With Us, meaning a couple ends up happy together, like pick a rom-com, Let's Our Favorite Pretty Woman.
Or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Anything of that. Like a lighthearted, like imagine Kate Hudson, Cameron Diaz vibes. You would think it's something like that, okay? So, yes, you think It Ends With Us is a romantic story. You fall in love and it ends with us happy ever after. Nope. It's about a movie. The course of the movie, about 80%, 85% of the movie is her being abused and her not realizing it and her finally getting the courage to leave him after he gets her pregnant. So it is a dark story. She has been promoting the movie as it is very lighthearted rom-com.
Is she insane?
So, yeah, that's the whole talk. Okay, now wait. Now there's this whole drama because Justin, the whole cast, there's about 5 or 6 main characters. Mm-hmm. They all did the press tour together, being interviewed by this person. Justin, who is a main character, the director of the movie, was not in a single interview with the rest of the cast. So obviously that sparks discussion. What's going on? Why is the star of the movie, the director, this well-known actor, not participating? Very sketchy. So obviously people start talking.
Things that make you go,
That's one of them for sure. And things have started to come out that there was behind the scenes bad blood. Listen, it's a he said, she said thing. Nobody has come out directly. Actually, I take that back. There's so much to the story that let me speed it up because
drama. See, you think just because they're famous, they have peace.
Right. Apparently, Justin body shamed Blake Lively. She has just given birth, and he was he said he had back problems and wanted to know how much she weighed so he would know how to properly train.
He was so pushing her buttons. He didn't like that bitch at all, and he knew what to say. Can you imagine Daddy saying to me, "How much do you weigh for my back?"
Yep. So apparently that, and then apparently he kissed her too long for her liking in one of the scenes. So that's only what's been said about him.
Okay.
But Blake in the past has been known to be a diva. A lot of her Gossip Girl co-stars don't follow her. There's been talks that she's a diva. Now because of this whole thing, past interviews have resurfaced of her being a nasty bitch.
This I don't understand. That's like me sitting with you. I don't know you. It's like, hi, oh my gosh, you're pregnant.
Yes.
And then ready action. Oh my God, Tay, congratulations on your pregnancy. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, thanks. What about your bump? Are you kidding me right now?
This woman is crazy.
It was rough. So we just know the only thing that's confirmed is that there was most definitely bad blood on set. But now the movie has 2 male co-stars. So it's Blake Lively and then Justin Baldoni. And then I'm sorry, I don't know the other actor's name. He's a newer actor, but whatever. It's the 3 of them in a love triangle. He came out and made a statement to stop vilifying Blake and that she had these good intentions for the movie, that she truly cares about domestic abuse survivors. So
here's the thing.
PR.
You know what it is? They're thinking with their fucking egos and not their souls.
Right.
Okay.
It's all just a messy scene. So a long story short, there was drama behind the scenes. They took it on the press tour. Obviously, the world is going to talk.
So do you think she's doing it on purpose, not promoting it the proper way? Do you think to get back at the movie? I mean,
no,
I don't know.
Because apparently both of them just had, they both wanted, okay, sorry. I forgot this part. Justin is the director. He had the creative power.
Correct.
Essentially, Blake was not. I think she was a producer, but not even the executive producer. So she didn't have as much of a say. But she made herself seem like the director. That in one of the interviews on the press tour about working with Blake, Justin said, "I can say she's definitely ready to direct."
Gotcha.
I think
that was very smart-assy,
of course it was. So shady. It was so shady without being explicitly shady, I guess. So what I'm saying is I think Blake took control, creative direction. He wanted it.
So it was a whole big shit show.
They clashed. Exactly.
There won't be a part 2, I guess.
You know what? There could be, because the next book in the series is not really about Justin Baldoni's character. It's about the good guy. He's the bad guy.
Who's going to buy the rights to this now and do it?
The studio. I think Sony might actually own it or something. So I don't know, but people want another movie. It became
just like when you go to work, whoever's listening, and you have tension with your coworkers. Apparently, it's the same thing on movie sets, and probably
10 times worse. Yeah. So listen, do we know who the villain is? If there's even a villain, no. I'm sure both of them said things, did things, but the media has vilified both of them,
because like you say, of TikTok and social media, we're able to see what goes on behind the scenes. And when you watch a show like Modern Family and they all love each other, you can see what a set looks like and how they spend their day, or friends, how they used to be together.
Yeah.
And now when you hear about bad sets, you can imagine that tension.
Yep.
Sets are not big.
No,
they're very small.
Cast members, people have affairs. I mean, you know about the life of Hollywood. You get very close with your co-stars.
Let me tell you something. I don't know. One of the luckiest perks I had when I was auditioning for commercials here in Miami, I was 28 years old. I remember I loved auditioning these, whatever. And there was a Yoplait commercial. It was a SAG National. They already booked the girl. She was a model and she was feeding her boyfriend Yoplait. So I was the fill-in. TR was filming it, and I was the girl feeding every male model actor in South Florida.
What a fun day on the job, Mom.
Well, here's the one thing. I ate an entire box of Altoids, and right when it was over, but it was one of the coolest things. Now, I did get like flirty with a couple of actors that came in. I asked one of the producers, can I go to the set? It was the Pollo Tropical commercial, which I should not have done. It was just I only did that once, and it was towards the end, I think, of working, because that was such a cross of a line. Like I never.
Oh, was it?
I mean, I'm auditioning people and I know I could book this, but you can't say that as a casting person to the client.
Right, of course.
Can I audition for this? You can't do that. So TR was really mad at me. May he rest in peace. It was wrong and I never did it again. So you can make mistakes, but you learn from them.
Right, of course.
But
and it doesn't seem like,
sorry.
Oh, no. Are you talking about Blake and how?
No, I'm just saying in general, being around actors in that intimate setting. It's just, of course, it's like let's say you hate your co-star and you eat. There was someone, I have to look it up, who would eat garlic before he would go with his co-star.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't like each other that much, which is so stupid because you're only affecting everybody in the whole whatever you're doing.
And it's like, I feel bad. Like, the crew that, I mean, listen, everyone, when it comes to making a movie or a TV show, the actors, the cameramen, the sound, they're all just as important. But I feel like the crew is just.
I never appreciated so much when they win their awards and they thank the cast and crew.
Yes.
How crucial the crew is.
I know. And it's like, I forget where I was going.
But I'm going to finish with this. When I tell people to be true to themselves, let's say you're a light junkie. You love lighting. You love looking at different ways objects can be lit up. And then all of a sudden now you're winning an Academy Award for lighting on a movie. Right. So if you love violin more than
you're
anything,
follow
your passions.
Yeah, I was trying to see where you were going with
Let's
that.
say you love violin more than anything, but you're afraid it's not cool. Well, the people that are in Carnegie Hall and their symphonies are pretty cool.
Yes.
So that's why I have a.
I know this label of what's cool and what's not, air quotes, you can't see me, but.
It breaks my heart that
it's ridiculous.
that I know this woman who, when she was younger, was in theater and she was made fun of and gave it up. And it's like, oh my God, can you imagine if that would have been Kristen Chenoweth and would have given up? We would have been deprived of this voice.
And so many people don't realize that so many artists in the music world are Broadway stars, or a lot of movie stars and actors are theater kids.
Which is
Ryan Gosling is a theater kid.
Him and Justin is the two Disney boys.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Let me tell you, whoever did that casting was spot fucking on, because every single one of them became superstars.
Yes.
Brittany, Christina, Justin, and Ryan. Crazy.
Talk about 4 mega A-listers. Top stars, huge.
I hope that person got a raise.
Right? What a good eye for talent. Damn. I just a big pop culture topic. I don't even know if we finished our last thought.
Okay, she's not worth talking about anymore. We're done.
Yeah, so bottom line is
XOXO, everybody.
Blake might be a bitch, Justin might be a dick. I don't know.
Was she Blair or Serena?
She was Serena. And her and Liam Easter don't follow each other, and it's like,
okay,
why is that?
Jessica, my other daughter that I raised, basically, was she like Serena?
No,
right?
She always loved Blair.
Blair, the good one.
Well, I wouldn't say good or bad.
Who played Blair?
Leighton Meester.
Good. Okay, that's what I like.
Okay,
so
Blake
she
Lively played Serena.
Okay, good. We don't like her. I'm glad that she loved the Blair character. Okay.
Yes. Okay, a big pop culture moment in my life right now. The official announcement is coming September 4th, so just know that episode is going to be all about Dancing with the Stars. That is coming.
Taylor, that sizzle, that sparkle. Oh, I love it.
I love your Bruno impression, and I can't wait to have him on my screen every Tuesday. So we know 3 cast members now. I'm going to talk about them for a sec. Steven Nedorozic from the Olympics, the pommel horse guy, America's sweetheart. He's going to be amazing.
I hate to follow him.
I know. I already know he's going to be in the finals. He is going to kill it, and I hope that his partner is fresh and fun, and they know how, the producers know how to pair him well. So there's Steven Nedorozic. Then you have Joey from The Bachelor. I don't know how to, Graziati or something. It's some Italian last name. Yeah. I know. You don't watch The Bachelor, but he's cute. Okay. He's a tennis instructor, so he'll be able to move his feet.
Yep, he'll be adorable.
Right, he'll be adorable. He's really hot and cute, so he'll be super adorable. And now,
like Down Under.
Yeah, my mom loved Harry Jowsey last season, by the way.
Just because I knew they were doing it, but they weren't saying they were doing it.
No, they weren't. She was 18 and Mormon.
Okay.
I know you say okay, but
okay, go on. It's okay. Keep going.
No, they've actually come out and talked about it. That weird stuff, but they were never together.
Okay.
So, and now the newest announcement that, it's not confirmed, but speculations with this show are 99.9% accurate. Eric Roberts, father of Emma, brother of Julia.
Not many people right now are going,
I know.
Like,
I know.
That was so like,
I will say I had to look up who he was. I was actually sitting next to Dad when I saw the tweet, and I'm like, Dad, do you know who Eric Roberts is? He's like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, oh, well, he's on Dancing with the Stars.
And I will tell you right now and I said immediately, that's Julia Roberts' brother, Emma's dad.
And when you were talking about earlier about how you know Hollywood, and I was saying yes when I mentioned Eric to you, immediately you were like, oh, Julia Roberts' brother, Emma's dad.
He was in this and she was in this and Emma Roberts and
Yeah. So basically those are the 3 cast members that we know right now, but we'll find out for sure next week. And it is said to be a smaller cast size this season with 10 or 11 couples.
How many were there normally?
Like 14, 15. So it's upsetting. It was like we're all like pretty upset. We don't know why they're downsizing because last year the show hit its peak popularity.
I'll tell you why, because it was too long.
You think so? It did. It went into December and it never does.
Also, the kind of, you had somebody who's 70 dancing against
an 18-year-old, but they always do that. They always have the oldies. They got a lot of complaints this year, more than I think they ever had, because it was unfair.
It was unfair. So maybe they're trying to level out the playing out,
maybe a little bit,
level out the playing field.
But I feel like there's gonna be a younger girl, because there always is.
Of course, they always get someone that's like an old, like an Allison Hannigan.
Yes, exactly. And then they'll get like a young, fun influencer actress type of girl,
and then another type. Then they have like a mirror. So they already know.
They have to appeal to all demographics. So they got to take people that will appeal to all demographics. And that's why you have Sam Champion competing against Charli D'Amelio.
And
that's why it's so weird.
Though, every time they announce it, I go, oh my God, I love him. Yay. And then you hear someone else, you go, oh, but I love her.
I know.
And then they throw in a handicapped person.
I know. They always fucking do this. Someone who's either has one leg, who's deaf, and it's like, fuck, I want them to win. But it's like, look at this person. That's amazing. And I feel like I probably talked about it or touched on it. Dancing with the Stars is like my everything. The way men are addicted to football and fantasy football and all that.
Mirror ball right now.
I participate in fantasy Dancing with the Stars, and I am obsessed with that show. It is my life, and it brings me so much joy. So much joy, and I am not ashamed.
You look forward to that all week long,
all year.
That's something right there is this perfect example of something I say that if you find one thing to look forward to and enjoy that without.
And something that most people don't find to be quote unquote the norm or cool, because if I say Dancing with the Stars, people think of their grandmas watching it.
Please, hello.
I don't give a fuck.
Right here is my future costume. Right there is I have these feathers.
I have the pink feathers. That's
I have pink feathers behind us. But dancing, gosh, it's amazing. When I did my Dancing with the Stars here locally in Miami with professional dancers who could have been on Dancing with the Stars.
Professionally trained ballroom dancers.
They were on America's Got Talent. They were in the finals. I mean, it was amazing. So to be paired up with them and to live through that experience just on this level, because I treated it as if I were on Dancing with the Stars.
I would have done nothing different.
I rehearsed 4 to 5 times a week. The spray tanning, had the lady there wiping me down with sparkle before.
Oh, I love it so much.
And it was amazing because I wore all white to the party. Nobody knew what was going to happen. They just knew there were 5 contestants dancing. It still takes my breath away when I talk about it because it was it was Miami, hot, sexy. It was just
everything you've grown up with.
Nobody will ever replicate that gala. There will never be another. It was just that spectacular. So when I got to learn the samba and do this routine, so I'm now dancing to J-Lo and Pitbull. And side note, the Miami All-Stars went on a dancing competition after my thing.
Where J-Lo was a judge. Derek Huff,
wearing the dress I wore, dancing to J-Lo, my Zumba song.
Oh, I remember that.
So when I saw them, I go, wait, am I there?
Oh my God. I know they forgot to tell me the time and date.
Did I just miss the memo? Like, why am I not there? So let me just tell you something. My heart breaks after you rehearse and then you get voted off that first time. Look, I didn't win the disco ball, but I won. It was JCC.
Oh, you won.
It was JCC politics and everything else.
Of course it was.
But I don't know anyone that could, I remember my friend Vicky saying, you were like half naked in just little pink fringe flopping all over the place.
I know. Was like, you looked so hot. How old were you? 43? Wow. Okay.
I was 43.
No, you were on the not older side, but I was older side to be doing a whole ballroom dance competition.
So when they were taking pictures, they said to Sean and I, "Which one's the professional?" And you have never let that down. Nope, never.
Okay, fair enough. I wouldn't either.
I was like, "Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm the regular person here. I'm the very glammy of the real people, but thank you."
I know, right? Like I could tell that. Of course she asked who the professional was because I know you. And first of all, you were so hot. And second of all, you're just, charismatic and
exactly.
Your energy's infectious. So they would probably assume that you for a living, did that type of thing.
That's what makes me so nice.
Oh, you know what I've realized? I compliment you so much on this.
I know. And during our regular day.
And I know. It's probably because
this is our therapy moment.
We're
so into each other.
Right. We have such intimate conversations.
You know what? There's no phone. Yeah. I'm not looking at the top of your head. We are honest with each other. We have grown closer to understand each other.
So it brings us to points where I do get the opportunity to compliment you, and maybe in our everyday conversation we don't talk about stuff like that. So I'm glad what I'm getting at is that I get to, we get to do this.
It's such a wonderful thing. Like I'm so happy that people listen. We get more listeners each week, and I am so grateful for everybody that does that.
Truly, it touches us. It touches our hearts.
But you and I sitting here just so nonchalant and comfortable sharing our life with the world.
Yeah.
I love it. And I do say the world because we have listeners in Australia, London, Madrid. We are universal. We are international.
No, we are so international. Our stats, like our Spotify stats, literally show us.
We are going to put our own lipstick stamps on our passport when we go to all the international places that we have fans.
I know. One day we'll be doing meet and greets in Rome.
We have a new fan.
London.
With Aaron in London. Thank you so much for listening.
Oh yeah, I love shouting out all my friends.
The whole posse from London that's in right now. Thank you guys for listening. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, shout out to our London friends. We love friends. You guys.
And Maria.
Anyway, so to wrap things up, I would say that we're not going to talk about this, but it's a huge pop culture thing that, just going to end the episode on, I wouldn't say it's a high, it's more of a low, but, obviously J-Lo and Ben divorcing for the 10th time. It's just been in the headlines all week. I had to bring it up.
It's, what it is? They had such issues. They did not heal themselves before reconnecting.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
it's never going to work if you don't fix the issues that pre-existed.
I know what it's like to reconnect and marry your spouse because I've done it 3 times. But that didn't work the first 2. I mean, it worked for many years, 15, 20 years. But when I came back and Daddy met me in our new place, March of 2022, we both said, we got to talk. We got to listen to what each other mean. We have to listen without judgment. Do not shame me for being who I am. I am a trigger.
Yep.
Trigger. But accept me for that. Don't shame me. And since that conversation, we have grown into the couple we could have been.
Right.
We're meant to be.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Yeah, no regrets.
Starting now, I wouldn't be here having this conversation with you, Tay, if neither one of your parents became healthy.
Oh, of course not. We could never have ever done this.
To his J-Lo, we became healthy, and I see that's why they didn't work. They were still bickering. He was still dealing with his alcoholism and recovery.
I know.
She just left the one guy,
Alex Rodriguez.
I mean,
yes, I know. So I just had to bring it up. I know everyone's sick of hearing about that.
No, but I wish Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Garner would get together.
Oh my God, talk about
that would be cool.
Wow, that would be pretty cool. It would be just even if they faked it for a second, I would still be into it because talk about iconic.
Right? So if any publicist is listening and you know them, that would be really cool.
Do you, really quickly before we wrap things up, do you think J-Lo is talented? There is a whole debate that she is not. Personally, I mean, I think she is. I think
she's kind of one of my queens.
Yeah.
She's one of my queens.
I'm sorry, but I watched her Super Bowl halftime performance the other day, and I'm like, you're saying this woman's not talented?
Tay, remember during COVID how I tried to practice?
Yes.
Wait, love will a thing.
Yep.
I did that. No, I have Zumba to her. I have watched her since she was a fly girl in Living Color.
Mm-hmm.
I have followed
Jenny from the block. We used to have a little, now I got a lot.
Yeah, and then she's like, yeah. Hey, I used to live here.
And people make fun of her, but listen, maybe she's cringe, but I think she's a goddess. She's talented as fuck.
I say to people when I have my makeup done, like honestly, I'm like, can you just make me like J-Lo?
I know.
Like
her glam is always on point.
When I Zoom, like when they're like they canceled her concert for low ticket sales, I'm like, I'll go. I Zumba to every single song.
It would be just you, me, and J-Lo.
Oh my gosh, it would be. Well, when I talked the gala that I did, the Dancing with the Stars, it was na 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 na
eh.
How can I not think of the words? It's embedded in my brain.
Defend it. I tried, but I had to surrender. Your style left me no other choice but to get there. It's too late. It's too late. Yeah. Anyway, you guys don't need to hear my singing.
No, but I can't believe. Wait. I'm into you. Duh.
Oh, I'm into you. Okay.
You don't understand? That was embedded in part of one of my low.
Did we just bring up a repressed memory?
It was so fabulous, but how could I not know the song? I'm into you. I danced to it for still to this day.
I know. It's okay. We have
and
Pitbull.
Oh, I love them.
Mr. Worldwide.
But we knew him when he was Mr. 305.
Yes,
and
we did.
Today's Thursday, so a throwback Thursday. I'm going to show a picture and send it to my friend Barbara because I love her and she's fabulous. First time I met her, she turned around to me and she goes, "Is that your daughter?" Oh my God.
I remember this.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I remember it was the outside. It was December. I know exactly where we were, the event.
Yes, you do. You're my biggest fan.
But she was, to people that have complimented you in a certain way, will always be like, I love you. So
thanks to all my fans.
Right? So there's a picture of Pitbull at your hip hop class where I know Barbara and I she threw Matthew in the picture like I threw you in the picture.
Yeah.
So this humble guy, 12, 13, 14 years ago, sat in your hip hop class eating pizza.
Over that, 14 years ago, 15 years ago.
Throwback to Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. You deserve everything.
He's a good guy.
He's the one who said to me, if you don't see a door, if opportunity doesn't knock, build your door.
Yeah.
So I did.
King.
Love him.
Oh God,
okay, so everybody, I know. So I hope everybody just has a remarkable day. Have a thankful Thursday just for being alive. Be thankful you have a house. Be thankful you have a family member. Be thankful you're here.
A friend, a food,
anything.
A drink to drink, anything. Yeah.
Practice
gratitude always.
Best attitude. Don't let anybody ever. That's my shout out to Eva.
I know, saying it every time.
Oh, je t'aime. She's one of our leaders that runs my Paris division. So
soon enough.
Exactly. Well, she does it now. She's the leader in Paris.
Okay, true. Our Paris division. I love
my Paris division, Eva. And never let anyone burst your bubble. Never, and ever. Protect your peace.
Protect your heart and always smile. We love you guys.
We love you guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Fabulously Flawed. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday, it's your time to join Marni and Taylor, the mother-daughter duo that's redefining family time with a twist, putting the fun in dysfunction, one episode at a time. Craving more? Visit us at fabulouslyflawed.com. And don't miss out on the feel-good vibes with our exclusive merch at fabulouslyflawed.net. That's with 2 Ds on Etsy. Keep your sparkles shining and spread that fabulous energy.